This is my favorite part of every day, coming out here and having the sun shining. I'm gonna go check on the plants. Good morning, sweet, beautiful earth children. How are you feeling today? You see these freaking zucchini leaves? Girls be thriving. The peas, however, I just keep watering the dead peas thinking that maybe they'll just magically come back to life, but alas, I think they have all just perished and they are not returning to the land of the living. Oh well, it was a nice try. We have this spider that just hangs out right here. Can you see that giant thing? It's literally the size of my eyeball. It is massive, but it's so pretty. I'm trying to conquer my fear of spiders, my great fear of spiders, mainly because our house is absolutely covered in them. And I know that they're doing good things and that they are taming our massive wasp population, but I just look at them and I think, in my mind, you're just in the same boat as a horror movie. I don't know what to say. Harry Potter 2, Chamber of Secrets, you ruined spiders for me forever as a child. What am I supposed to do? Anyway, I'll just say that conquering of that fear is not going so swimmingly. But otherwise, things are looking beautiful out here. The leaves are growing on our trees and the things are coming back to life and it feels so good. It might almost be time to put the cushions back on our little outdoor furniture here, but I'm going to be living out here for the foreseeable, coming out here as many times during the day as I can to get some fresh air and a little stroll. And look, and every time I come out here, Meryl comes to join. Hi, Meryl. Good morning. Oh, she loves her backyard because it's her backyard and we're all just living in it. Well, good morning, everybody. Happy Friday. It's not Friday for you, but it's Friday for me. I'm starting my everyday May filming the weekend before because I actually have a big weekend ahead of me, which hopefully you guys will be seeing all about that tomorrow. But today is kind of my like final day, my final reset day before we dive deep into the everyday May filming. So I am so excited for this month ahead. We have so many fun things planned, so many fun videos planned, and all at the same time I am currently going through the spring challenge with so many of you, and we are rocking it out with DIY Body and getting all our workouts in and following the meal plan and doing the damn thing. So it's such a busy month, and I kind of added some stress onto myself for my plans on Sunday, but I have decided to do a 10K run with my girlfriends, my friends Mel and Arms at her by Armornay. They signed up for the Sun Run here in Vancouver, and you guys know how much I hate running. I hate running so much. It's not my thing. I don't like it one bit. It hurts me and it hurts my knees, and for whatever reason I thought it would be a good thing. And when I signed up I was like, yeah, 10 kilometers, it's fine. The most I had ever run at that point was 3 kilometers, so for whatever reason in my brain I thought that it was acceptable and something that I could do. Then when you actually think about how long 10 kilometers is and you have to put your time in, it's running straight for over an hour. Who was I kidding? Oh dear. So we've been trying to prep a little bit, and when I say a little bit I mean I've done like 4 runs the entire month leading up to it, but I will say that I did surprise myself with my cardio ability just based on the fact that I play a lot of tennis. I feel like that helped me in the breathing aspect. It wasn't as terrible as I thought, but at this moment I've done 2 5-kilometer runs, 1 6-kilometer run, 1 8-kilometer run, which was pleasantly surprising. I ran 8 kilometers in 53 minutes and I was positively jubilant. Is jubilant a word? Great. You know when sometimes you second guess yourself and you're like, is that correct? Yes, I was jubilant following that, and Arms and Mel were laughing at me being like, wow, you're experiencing runner's high, and I was like, is this what it is? Because I am thrilled. I feel like I can do anything. I can conquer the world. So yeah, did that, and then my knees broke. I was so dead. Took a hot rest day yesterday after that, and yeah, today's Friday and gonna do 10 kilometers on Sunday, so I'll bring you along for that journey. But for this morning we're just gonna take it easy. I'm doing some laundry, hanging out. We have a little birthday dinner that we're going to tonight, and I want to start the day off right by going on a little morning walk. So let's go. It is so beautiful and peaceful in here. I can't get over it. And I've got my Real Speeds. Dan and I call our little sunglasses the Real Speeds because they make us feel really fast. And I don't wear them a lot because honestly, sometimes it makes me feel a little bit too blind. But it just makes everything look so much more green. I feel like I'm living in a fake little magical fairy world whenever I put these on. But let me tell you something, a nature walk during the springtime when all of the plants are coming back to life, it's just, there's nothing more magical. I'll keep saying it every single time. Look at the flowers, look at them. My favorite thing is to come like bright and early at the crack of dawn when all the little baby bunnies are out and they're just out of the womb, and then they're running across the path and they're like, good morning. And I'm like, good morning, Thumper. Are you guys sure you're ready to see 31 days of this because let me tell you, I am feeling like I'm on another level of crazy lately. Crazy in a good way. I just feel so happy on cloud 9. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's the program and the little 8-week spring challenge that we're running that is just keeping me going. I'm opening up the little Facebook group and seeing everyone's check-ins every morning. It just makes me feel so happy. I feel excited. I feel like I have something to live for right now. That paired with waking up to sunshine every day, holy, ain't nothing gonna bring me down. Let me tell you, ain't nothing gonna bring me down today. I know what you're gonna say. Watch out for ticks. When you have a field of grass beckoning your name. I can't resist. I shouldn't have worn a sweater. It is hot outside. What the? I knew it'd be a little warm, but I am dripping. I can't even walk one ended up a hill. How am I supposed to run 10 kilometers, huh? I'm not gonna lie, guys, I packed my headphones and I was planning on, you know, zoning out, music on, world off. This never happens, but I didn't turn my music on. I am just basking in this moment. And you know what's funny? I feel like that is a testament to how joyful I've been feeling recently. I'm sorry, there's people. I'm just gonna do a quick little loop over here. I feel like over the last couple of years, but more so in the last few months, I had hit such a low. Like at the start of this year, actually, I was feeling so weird and low and down, and I was finding myself totally incapable of getting myself out of the rut. Usually I can feel low for like a week at a time, but it was a few weeks. Like it was a really long-standing little emo phase that I'd been feeling, and I think I was just feeling a little bit lost. And I wanted to mention this because I know a lot of you feel the same things. A lot of you feel the same way. There's kind of this like general feeling in the air, like, what am I doing this for? Who am I doing this for? What am I buying this for? Why do I care about this? And just this longing for simplicity. I'm just looking for this contentness and simplicity in my life. And it was just such a slow climb out of this slump. And I feel like I'm finally getting there. I'm finally feeling this kind of freedom, this weight lifted off my shoulders. And it could be a mix of many things. It could be a mix of like literally shedding some of these materialistic things that I had been putting so much value in. I've been finding joy in the little things. Literally the springtime coming. I'm like literally waking up and having my coffee outside in the sunshine. Like nothing fills me with joy like that. Sitting there and getting to enjoy life with the love of my life and my partner. Getting to wake up every day and check in with you guys and have conversations with you guys. And it's just been feeling so overwhelmingly positive that I'm just in a state of giddiness at all times. I have been on cloud 9 and not for anything in particular. It's like life's simple pleasures have been bringing me the most joy lately, and it's gotten me out of my rut, and I feel like I can breathe. I feel lighter, and I just wanted to say thank you guys for so much of your input and feedback, and I know so many of you are feeling the same. And when the world can feel so dark, you can only look at these small little simple things to bring you joy throughout your day, or else we're all gonna lose it. So get outside, touch some grass, hug a tree. And be grateful that you have woken up this morning and that you are alive and you are breathing and that you were able to take in all of the world's simple pleasures. Thank you so much for coming to this TED Talk. That was my prayer for the day. So I've just left you for the entire afternoon. Sorry, had some major computer time, had some editing to do. Dan's working on the vid that we're posting today. I had some lunch and then I was also just preparing my meal to take downtown tonight. So I'm just gonna do my quick face. I woke up with a little rash on my face and I'm still trying to understand where it came from. I think it's from my concealer. I really do, because I filmed 2 makeup videos, put these on. For the last like week, I've otherwise not been wearing very much makeup, and I'm getting the rash like right there on my face. So I feel like they're expired or something is happening. I don't know. It's either that or it's my eye mask, but I've been sleeping with my eye mask for so long. I do wash them so frequently. I'm not sure what's going on. I am supposed to be getting my period like any day. And I normally do get a lot of hormonal breakouts for sure, like right before my period, but that usually happens like around my mouth, not in this region, and that's exactly where I place my concealer. So I'm trying to figure it out. But on that note, actually, I don't know. I feel like I'm forgetting what I've said, but speaking of periods, so many of you ask me about my Oura ring all the time, and I think I gave my thoughts like so long ago at this point. I've had it for almost 3 years now, which is crazy, which also means I've been paying for that subscription for almost 3 years, which is crazy, because the one thing that irked me from the start with Oura Oura ring is that they're so expensive to buy, and then you have to pay a monthly subscription on top of that. That seems kind of crazy. Like, if you're gonna make your product really expensive, leave it at that. Make it a one-time thing. So one of the main reasons that I was excited about it was for the cycle tracking, and they have like the little cycle thing in the app, but then you can pay an additional subscription, have another app that they connect with called, I think it's Natural Cycles, which I was never down for, because I'm like, what do you mean? I'm already paying for your app, now you're telling me I need to get a second app and pay for that app as well, just to, no. So because of that, technically they do say download Natural Cycles to have full, you know, cycle discussions and data and all that good stuff. But the Oura will always give you a window for when your period is expected to come, and they'll give you like a 4 or 5 day window being like expected period arrival this date. In the 3 years that I have had the Oura, it has never once, never, maybe one time. Maybe it was one time. I'll give it the benefit of the doubt. Maybe there was 1 or 2 times early on where it predicted it right. It has never predicted my period on time. Ever, ever. Now, to be fair, I do experience a lot of stress and anxiety and travel a lot. There's a lot of things that technically could disrupt my natural cycle, okay? However, the one time, it was off by 17 days. I was sitting there like also in between trips, I'm like planning for it, packing all my stuff, preparing, waiting, checking my watch. When am I gonna get this period? For it to never come, and then surprise, it just comes on a random day. And what pisses me off is that every time I would open the Oura app, it would be like, you haven't logged your period today. No, Oura, I haven't, because I haven't gotten it, because your information is incorrect. The other thing, love to track my sleep. That has been very helpful. I have loved seeing my sleep and how I sleep and how many hours of deep sleep I'm getting and things like that. That's great and fine and dandy, except it's also inaccurate so much because I wake up a lot in the night. Like, I'll wake up at 3 a.m. kind of like I might hear a sound or I'll have a nightmare or something, and I'm like awake, heart beating so fast. And then I'll lay there for an hour and a half, scrolling. Sometimes I'm reading. Most of the time I'm scrolling, trying to fall back asleep, whatever. I wake up, I'll fall back asleep for a few hours, and then I wake up the next day and Aura's like, light sleep. You had 10 hours of sleep. You were so rested. I'm like, I was awake for 3 hours. What do you mean? I am dead inside. Sorry, just pausing you real quick. I'm using Kevin Kodra Bubba, the blush collab with nude sticks. Sorry, Kevin, to be tossing you into my rage. My Oura rage, apparently, that I wasn't planning on having. Anyway, technically you can go in and adjust your sleep, but you can only adjust when you fall asleep and wake up. You can't adjust anything in between, so I can't be like, no, Oura, you are incorrect. And I was awake for 3 hours. That sleep time is not proper. And then that throws off your whole thing. It gives you an inaccurate readiness score. It makes me feel angry because it's not giving me the proper information. And then technically all the data following would be incorrect because of that incorrect, very, very long deep sleep that it says I had when I didn't have it. So that kind of stuff really bothers me. And I don't want to only bash it, because there have been a few times where it has surprised me, where for both Dan and I, it'll be like, we've detected symptoms, you're getting sick, take care today. And then lo and behold, like 2 days later, we'll be sick, and it will have accurately predicted us, you know, getting ill. So that's kind of cool. Sometimes it's just nice to have a little reminder like, hey, take it slow today, take it easy. That kind of stuff is nice. And for the most part, I do enjoy the data. I love tracking things and logging things. I'm definitely a more data obsessed person, but I just wish it was more accurate, because in my case in particular, it has not been very accurate across the board for many things. So overall, I don't know how much longer I'm going to continue paying for it, paying for the subscription and wearing it and having it. Also, it really affects my jewelry life, because that takes up a lot of real estate on my hand. And you guys know how much I love my rings, and pretty much since I got the Oura ring, I haven't really been bedazzling myself with rings all that much. But I think the other, oh my gosh, I skipped over the most important part. Yes, I don't wear it during my workouts. It's so big and bulky. If I try to lift a dumbbell or a barbell with this, hell no, hell no. No. I can't. I take it off every single workout. I still rely on and wear my Apple Watch for all of my workouts. So there's a lot of areas where it's being a little bit bothersome and not effective for me. The only thing I wish is that, like, my Apple Watch now is a few years old and it doesn't last the night. Like, now I'm at the point actually where I need to charge it halfway through the day, or else I won't be able to have it all day long. Dan did just get the new one, and his battery life is much more improved. So that's good to know for future. And Dan does sleep with his Apple Watch on too. I've seen a few other rings, a few other brands that have come out with some. I'd be interested in trying one. I'm pretty much just holding out and waiting until Apple comes out with one, because like my entire life is Apple, let's be frank. I've got an Apple phone, I've got an Apple computer, I've got an Apple Watch. Why wouldn't I do the Apple ring and just have it all connected? That would be nice. Dear Apple, you can just have all of my life's data. as I've been doing my makeup, I realized I also have some zits here. What the frig is going on? Anyway, I was gonna do a really quick makeup, but here I am. I just got distracted and I'm just doing my full face of usual. So apparently this vlog has turned into an Oura ring rant. So for those of you who wanted to know my thoughts on it, there you go. Basically my review is not great, and at some point I will be canceling this subscription and getting rid of it. Dun, dun, dun. But it's also something I've had and paid for the last almost 3 years, so take with that what you will. I have learned a lot from it. Wow, I just gave myself the most intense block eyebrows. Holy. See, my brows look weird today. They really do. Usually they look so fine, and today is just not that day. It's really hit or miss with that one. I don't know. A win is a win and a miss is a miss. Today's brows are a miss. All right, Charlotte Tilbury iconic nude. What am I doing? What is happening? I just drew my lips so crooked and weird. Oh heavens. Chantecaille Lip Chic. I am balding all over my sweater. And finally, a little bit of Tower 28 Drift Brown Mascara. Dun dun! That's the makeup done. But now for the outfit. What shall we wear? I've been in my leggings all day. You know, that's really just how most days go. And I would love to just stay in my leggings, truthfully. Truth be told. But alas, we've got a dinner and I must get dressed. Now, this is the tricky thing about spring in general, is it's nice and warm out, sweating on our walk this morning. But at night it's freezing. Freezing. Like it's still sweater weather, in my humble opinion. It's not t-shirt weather just yet. Yeah, I feel like this is nice. Little white t-shirt and my beloved and daughter sweater. I bought this over the winter. I feel like that's okay. Need some jeans. This is the one thing that I will never be good at. Pairing the right color jeans with whatever I'm wearing. For some reason it always looks off. You know what I mean? Like the right tone. I never match the tones properly. I feel like it's gotta be one of the darker ones. I don't know. I need help. I feel like almost every single time I get dressed, I'm like, you can do better. You can do better. I don't know. I was just taking pictures and I'm like, do I like this? Yeah, you know what? It's the way it is. These are old H&M jeans. They've been folded so long. They're so creased, but you guys remember my obsession with these. I think they were called the 90s high-rise baggy something, 90s baggy. This is a little H&M top that I just bought. The Zara trench coat. Sweetie little Angel Michael Kors bag that's amazing because it holds my vlog camera. And then you guys, I got a package from Tory Burch. I got sent Tory Burch shoes. Was it because I bought the purse? I don't know, but they sent it to me and I was so excited. Look at these little jelly shoes, gummy shoes. I've already been wearing them so much. They're so comfy and so fun. This is gonna be polarizing here. But listen, I'm just looking for more comfortable, flat things to have in my life, and they are so fun. And I actually kind of love that they're clear because then I don't have to think about what they go with. They just go with everything. And then these little sunglasses I also got from H&M. Here we go. I'm gonna pack my lip liner. Oh my gosh, I forgot my jewels again. This is the problem when you are a human being that loves to be bedazzled but also likes to lift weights. And you're just also generally easily overwhelmed. I have to take all of my jewels off every single night before bed. Okay, there we go. Wow, sorry. Kitchen's a danger zone right now. It's so messy. But I just have to wrap this up before we leave because, I don't know if you guys know this about me, but gift giving is not my love language, okay? I struggle a lot with gifts. I get really stressed out about it. And tonight we're going to our potential future brother-in-law's little bday din, going with Dan's side of the fam. I'm like, listen, I don't know what to bring this person. And so in these moments, I just decide to go with baked goods. You can never go wrong with baked goods. Now, if you guys know me, the only thing I know how to bake is a banana loaf. Where's my cake? Why? I love to cook, but I can't bake So I have a banana loaf recipe that I bake over and over again. It is basically just baked butter and sugar. And that's the gift that keeps on giving. So here I am wrapping the banana loaf I made last night, and that is my gift. We went to my cousin's house for Easter as well. What did I bring? Banana loaf. The one thing I will say that I discovered was cream cheese chippets. Did you guys know that was a thing? Because I didn't. It's a new thing and they are absolutely divine and they taste sinful in this banana bread. It is so good. So I'm gonna wrap this up in twine and put a little birthday loaf tag on that. How's that? Birthday loaf, housewarming loaf, any kind of loaf. You can never go wrong with a banana bread loaf. Now I do think, I just realized I think I wrapped that upside down. Oh well, it is what it is. The other thing I packed up was my meal. for tonight because we are doing the challenge, you guys. And our family is all aware. So me and Dan both packed our dinner. I made my shrimp noodle bowl and it would appear as though Dan did as well. It's so funny seeing how different our flavors are though. This is my noodle bowl with a ton of cilantro, green onions, zucchini, bok choy. Dan's like raw, red, spicy. Two very different flavor profiles, same ingredients, which is so funny. What is leaking? It's mine, isn't it? Of course it is. Because I like my food to be slushy. So I put the banana loaf in there. Is that gonna be safe? Driving into downtown on a Friday or Saturday night is never an enjoyable task. Do you hear us? Do you see us? We are stopped. Anyway, we're just having chats about running, and I wanted to tell you my sentiments in case you wanted to hear it. So, in my humble opinion, as a non-runner and someone who's never enjoyed running, I do not find running enjoyable, but I've said this before where I think that it's like something that I'd like to be better at, for sure. I'd like to be able to just go for a run and not heave and feel like I'm passing away as I'm doing it. But it's also something that we would love to do in our future. Wow, sorry, I am blinded. That just hit so suddenly. Can you see me better like this, or is that worse? Yeah, I just put a light on. But if I just speak to you up close like this. Yeah, anyway, when we were in Paris and we went for our little morning jog, that was so fun. It was so fun to go and see the city like that and see it when it's completely empty. And I love that idea where we do travel a lot, and I'd love to be able to just wake up in the morning, seeing a new city. Like, it's a really fun way to get your workout in when you're traveling, when you don't have any other options. And like I've said before, when you know, if anyone ever steals my bag, I want to be able to sprint after them when I'm at the airport and I have to run through Frankfurt Airport in particular. If you know, you know. That's something that I would like to have, that cardio ability, right? Running does seem like such a natural movement for the human body that I would like to be better at. That being said, I don't know why people run for hours and hours and hours. I'm obviously not there, okay? I'm about to embark on my first 10K, which even that, like running more than an hour seems like something that I shouldn't have to do. I don't know why I actually willingly, voluntarily did this to myself. But that's like too much. Like, there's not really any scenario in my life where I feel like I'd have to ever run for an hour. So why would I put myself through the torture? I'm gonna do it because I had FOMO when the girls signed up and I was like, yeah, totally, I can do that, right? We'll see how I feel on Sunday. But yeah, when I ran the 8K, that was like, whoa, I could do that? Like, I didn't know I could do that. But, you know, bless the marathon people. Bless Ironman and ultra. Is it an ultra marathon? Is that what it is? Why are you running? I got nothing to prove to myself. It's literally like, okay, great, I can do that for an hour. Perfect. That means that I can probably play a tennis match for 2 hours. That's nice. That's a good, I see that. I'm happy with that. If I could run a good, brisk 5K, I think that's a good goal to have. I feel content with that. Anyway, those are my thoughts.
That's easier.
You guys, I literally just texted Dan. I was like, oh my god, can you bring me the camera? I 100% forgot. The vlog left my brain. But it's now 10:40 p.m. I am just writing the description box to go live. Oh my goodness. We were downtown, we had dinner, it was lovely, took some cute little fam pics, and then I was laughing so hard because Dan's mom, my mother-in-law, put our meals on the plate, so we were eating with everyone, and Lara and Alex are also doing the program with us. So they had different meals too, and it was just so funny because everyone at the table had their different meals, and then Dan and I had our packed meal prep. Listen, you gotta do what you gotta do, and if your family supports you, you can still join in on the fun and enjoy while eating your own meal prep. So yeah, had a lovely time, and then honestly, I was just watching the video. Dan had finished up the edit right before we left, so I was watching the video in the car, and now it's late. I'm getting in my steps, uploading a video. Never an ideal way to do it, but I was just being lazy and frolicking in the sunshine earlier. Not being lazy, like listen, I got up and did my park walk, okay, but it was not enough for the day when I was otherwise sedentary. This is the reality of the program. My one tip for you though, if you are like me and you do treadmill or walking pad, or you just want to go for a walk before bed to finish your steps, I always wash my face before I do that, because by the time I get home and my steps are done, I'm so tired and I'm so ready for bed. So I've literally already put my Invisalign in, fully washed my face. I am ready to go. As soon as I hop off this, I'm going to sleep. So do your wash before you embark on the step journey. That's my hot tip for you. 45 minutes later, I finished my steps. It's 11:20 p.m. Whoa, what a wild Friday night. I'm so tired. I don't know what year it is. I don't even know what I said earlier in the day. All I know is what a random vlog. Here is a true random little day in the life. Thanks for hanging out with me today, y'all. Welcome to Everyday May. We have 1 video down and 30 more to go. We have lots of fun things planned this month. Lots of fun giveaways planned. Stay tuned for that. Ding, ding, ding. And I'm so excited that it's finally here. My favorite time of year. Love you all so much. Good night. See you on the other side. Bye!